Personality characteristics. They ask you to fill out an intake form. And specifically, they ask you to disclose on this intake form to your potential new employer if these specific personality characteristics you think apply to you. Quote, I like to show off my body. Quote, I like to look at myself in the mirror. Is that one of your personality characteristics your potential new employer wants to know, wants you to put in writing? Do these personality characteristics apply to you? Quote, I don't have that much interest in having sexual experiences with another person. Excuse me? Sorry? Again, this is from your boss, from your would-be boss, asking you these questions, asking if these so-called personality characteristics, okay, apply to you. And these questions are being asked of you as part of you applying for a job. Another personality characteristic this application, this intake form asks you about, it asks you if you would describe yourself this way, quote, I consistently use my physical appearance to draw attention to myself. Quote, I have chronic feelings of emptiness. Quote, I love large parties. Quote, I leave a mess in my room. My room? What room? Quote, I do not enjoy going to art museums. Quote, I get upset when people don't notice how I look when I go out in public. You're applying for a job, and you're asked to declare these things, whether these are your characteristics. Here's my favorite one. Again, what your employer is asking in considering whether or not you're going to be hired, whether or not you're suited for a job. Does this personality trait apply to you? Quote, I believe in things many others don't, like having a sixth sense, clairvoyance, and telepathy. And as an adolescent, I had bizarre fantasies or preoccupations. That's all one thing. That is listed as all one personality trait per this question, this intake form. It's believing in, telepathy, so like ESP and clairvoyance, and also having bizarre adolescent fantasies and preoccupations. Those are all listed as one thing. And what do you say? You're really trying to be honest. You really want this job. It's really important to you. What do you say to your would-be employer, your would-be boss, when you're asked that one? I mean, are you allowed to say, yes, I was preoccupied as an adolescent with, wanting to paint myself blue or something, right? But no, I don't believe in ESP. Are you allowed to say that? Are you allowed to split it up? Or are you allowed to say, yes, I definitely believe in telepathy. For example, I'm controlling you with my mind right now. But no, when I was 12, I just wanted to be a fireman like everyone else. I mean, can you split it up? Are you allowed to question the question? What do you tell your would-be boss if only half of this individual trait applies? And this is the intake form that you are filling out to try to get a job. HR gets a bad rap. I know nobody likes the idea of going to HR for anything. But if you're applying for a job and your would-be boss asks you as part of the job application process if you like to, quote, show off your body, if your would-be boss asks you how interested you are in sex, and this would-be boss wants you to put the answer in writing and submit it to the company, call HR, right? I mean, nobody wants to, but honestly, call HR. Maybe call the cops. I mean, definitely don't take that job. But that I just showed you, the Trump transition has now confirmed that is the questionnaire that is being administered to people who want to work for the U.S. government in the second term of Donald J. Trump. Tara Palmieri at Puck News was first to report and first to get confirmation from the Trump transition that people interested in applying for jobs under Trump's choice to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., people are being given this intake form. They are being given this personality characteristics quiz as an intake form for getting a job with RFK. Does this personality characteristic apply to you? Quote, I tend to have unstable and intense personal relationships, where I alternate between extremes of idealizing